So good morning everyone. So welcome again to Arjuna Education Institutions Bridge course. So we will start the class now, right? Okay. So many of the students have joined and some of the students are still joining. Very happy to see many young, like young students enthusiastic to learn, even though there's so many things are going on outside. There is now this because of this COVID, almost everything is still, but you are very happy. I'm very happy that you are very enthusiastic to learn. Okay, so thank you very much. So good morning. Yeah. So now, yesterday we were discussing about certs and indices, right? Okay. So I had given some questions. I don't know whether you could get the answer for that. Okay. Is there any questions you have doubt in that? If you have any doubt in that, we will discuss for 2 to 3 minutes. Then we will go ahead to the chapter. Anybody has any doubt in that? Okay, so I hope the questions were very easy yesterday, whatever I have given. Okay, so we will go to the next. We'll go to the next one. Okay, answers, sir. Okay, I will just share that again, and for 2 minutes we will discuss. Okay. Okay, I think I gave these 3 questions yesterday. Anybody can tell me the answer here? What is the answer for the first question? What is the answer for the first question? So a power 1 by x equal to b power 1 by equal to c power 1 by z equated to k. Okay. Okay, 2y. Okay, 2y. Okay, fine. Many of the students got 2y. Good. Okay, fine. Okay, the first question answer is 2y exactly. And what is the second question answer? Second question. X power x into cube root of x equal to x into cube root of x whole power x. So what is the answer for this? The second question not understood. Okay. How many of you face a difficulty in second question? Answer is A. Okay. Please solve it once. Okay, fine. I will solve second question. And third question, I think it is very simple. So third question. So first we will see third question, then I'll go to second question. Third question, anybody has any doubt? Okay, third question, anybody has any doubt? Okay, so third question, I think you know, just simplify it. Okay, solve it once. Okay, fine. So I will solve second question as well as third question here. So I have this second question. Okay, so here you have x power. So x power, I have. So what is this? First, I will simplify this part. It is x into cube root of x, right? So cube root of x, can I write it as x into x power 1 by 3, right? Cube root of x means x power 1 by 3, and x power 1 by 3 into x. What will happen? They will get added 1 plus 1 by 3. What will be this equal to? X power 4 by 3, right? So x power 4 by 3. So this is this part, okay? So this part. So that means you have x power, there's x power 4 by 3. And if you observe carefully, whatever we solved, so that is this part itself. So that means this is equal to x power 4 by 3 whole power x. Okay, this is the first thing you should understand. So x into cube root of x is x into x power 1 by 3, that is x power 4 by 3. Okay. So now what you need to do here, x power, so here I have x power 4 by 3 is equal to, I have x power 4 by 3 into x. So they will get multiplied here, but there is a power here, degree is there. So x power 4 by 3 equal to x power 4 by 3 power x. 4 by 3 into x. Okay. So now what you should do, whenever the denominator, when the base is same, whenever the base is same, you can equate x power 4 by 3 is equal to 4 by 3 into x. Okay, so this is very important. Now what are the answer you will get? You can just observe here carefully. So if you substitute x equal to 1 here, if you substitute x equal to 1 here, so what will happen? 1 power 4 by 3, 1 power anything is 1 only, equal to 1 power 4 by 3 into 1, that is 1 power 4 by 3, which is 1. So x equal to 1 satisfies this. So I will mark this, x equal to 1 satisfies. Okay, x equal to 1 satisfies this. And if you observe this part, see, first I got the condition. Okay, first I got this condition, and by solving this condition, keeping the base same, so the powers are equated. So when you are keeping the base same, x equal to 1 also satisfies that. And if you take the powers here, x power 4 by 3 equal to 4 by 3 into x, right? Okay. What is 0 power 0 equal to? 0 power 0 is surely equal to 0, right? So now if I substitute x equal to 0 here, okay, so 0 equal to 0, so I'm getting 0 equal to 0. Does it satisfy? Yes, it satisfies. 0 equal to 0 satisfies. That means 0 is also one of the answer here. Okay, 0 is also one of the answer here. And at the same time, next I have x power 4 by 3 is equal to 4 by 3 into x. Okay, 4 by 3 into x. Now if you see this carefully, 64 by 27. Okay, 64 by 27. What I can do here now, I will take the x to denominator, x power 4 by 3 divided by x equal to 4 by 3, right? So what is x power 4 by 3 by x? So what will happen now? So it will be x power 4 by 3 minus 1, right? X power 4 by 3 minus 1. Okay, so x power 4 by 3 minus 1, because it is in denominator, a power m by a power n is a power m minus n, right? So x power 4 by 3 minus 1 is x power 1 by 3 is equal to 4 by 3, right? Now x power 1 by 3 equal to 4 by 3. If you cube both the sides, okay, so what do you get? So you get x power 1 by 3 cube is x equal to 4 by 3 cube is 64 by 27. So what are the answers now? So D also satisfies here. So D also satisfies here. Okay, minus 1, does minus 1 satisfy? So let us check minus 1 also. So minus 1 satisfies this equation, because what is the meaning of equation? Equation in which any particular value satisfies that. Left LHS is equal to RHS you get. That means it is on the solution. So let us check for minus 1 also. So if it is minus 1 power 4 by 3. Okay, let us understand what is minus 1 power 4 by 3. What is minus 1 power 4 by 3? So it is minus 1 power 4 whole power 1 by 3. Can I write like this? They will get multiplied. And minus 1 power 4 is minus 1 power 4. So because it is even number, you will get 1. 1 power 1 by 3 is 1. So minus 1 power 4 by 3 is equal to 1. Okay. So now I will substitute that here. So minus 1 power 4 by 3. What is minus 1 power 4 by 3? 1. Okay. And equal to, you have 4 by 3 into minus 1. Okay. So because on right side I'm getting minus 4 by 3 and left side I'm getting 1. So why it's 1? Because minus 1 power 1. I'll get minus 1. So both of them are not equal, right? So minus 1 doesn't satisfy this. Okay. So it is a multiple correct answer. So you have 3 options which are satisfying. Okay. So 0 power 0 is undefined. Is it? 0 power 0 is undefined. 0 power 0, 1 power 1 is 1. 0 power 0 is, yes, it is undefined. Why is it undefined? Suppose if I consider this is equal to a number k. Okay, if I consider this equal to number k, so okay, if you take, so yesterday we discussed about log. If we discussed about log, right? So if you take logarithm both the side, what will happen? Log of any base, okay, 0 equal to log of k. Okay, this logarithm we'll discuss later, because once we come again to that, you will get clear idea what exactly we will do here, because both the side you have to take logarithm. So log of particular number, okay, so log of particular number, 0 power 0. So there is a property for logarithm. What happens, right? So suppose you have log of 4 base 2. Okay, log of 4 base 2, it is log of 2 square base 2, right? Okay, in logarithm has a property, anything which is there in the degree, no, that actually jumps outside. So you can remember like this, it jumps outside. So once we come to logarithm, we will discuss again in detail. So it will be 2 into log 2 base 2, and log 2 base 2, any number you have in the logarithm, like you have log of a base a, both of them are same, will get equal to 1, because what will be this? A power 1 equal to a. So number a power 1 equal to a. So here you will get equal to 2. Log 4 base 2 is equal to 2. Why? Because 2 square equal to 2, right? Okay. Similarly, here also 0 comes outside, and you will get 0 equal to, you will get 0 equal to 0 into log 0 equal to log k. And log 0 is not defined. Yesterday we discussed, right? Log 0 is not defined as exactly. So that means 0 power 0 is not defined. That's, so thank you for that message. I was going ahead with this. So 0 is not 0 power 0 is not defined. So therefore 0 will not be the answer. Okay. So answer is two things. One is x equal to 1 satisfies this, and x equal to 64 by 27 also satisfies. Okay. So answer is A as well as B. Okay. So 0 doesn't satisfy because 0 power 0 is not defined. Okay. Thank you. Then another question is there. That's for. I'll just copy that. Then you can Then you can, those who are writing it, you can copy. Fine. So this is how the question will be. Answer will be. Okay. Anybody has any doubt in this last question? Shall we go to the next question here? Okay. Yeah. Fine. You have 2 power n plus 1 power m. So whenever all the bases are same, so 2 power 2 power 2 power is there. So you can easily simplify that. How to simplify? You can simply write it as 2 power. Okay, so 2 power, they will get multiplied. You will get mn plus m into 2 power 2n into 2 power n, right? So divided by your denominator 2 power mn plus n into 2 power 2m. So what will happen? Whichever 2 is there in the numerator, so their powers gets added. So mn plus m plus 2n plus n, and whichever is in denominator, they will get subtracted. So minus mn minus n minus 2m. Clear? So you can simplify that. So mn gets cancelled here. Then you have 2nn also getting cancelled, right? Okay, and then also gets cancelled. So what is remaining here now? 2 power. So 2n is there here. So 2n and plus m minus 2n, that is minus m will get, right? So minus. So 2 power 2n minus m. So this is what you will get here. So 2 power 2n minus m is equal to 1. How do I write 1 equal to in terms of 2? Because whenever you are equating the indices, so first the bases should be same. Bases should be same. So therefore they should be 2 power 0, right? That means you have condition. So 2n minus m equal to 0. So therefore m equal to what? 2n. So answer is 2n. Okay, is this clear to everyone? Fine. So today I will be sharing one PDF, the questions for whatever we discussed yesterday as well as today. We are going to discuss today, and that we will be sending through the broadcast message in the WhatsApp. So therefore, just a reminder to you, please save the number through which you got the message. Okay. Okay, Shashank, any difficulties you have in the last question? You raised the hand. I didn't understand the reason. Okay. You can message here, not a problem. Okay.
Hello.
So
हेलो ताइले
friends who have joined for the
हेलो हाँ ना अभी है
okay, I'm very happy to announce we have Abhishek, Akash, Akshay, Daivik, Diksha, Deepa, Divya Stigimat, and so many. I'll read last names. So Praveen is there, Vishwanath is there, Vijay Ullas Telanga is there, Tejal is there, right? And Sujal is there, Spurti, Mandikate is there, Shraddha Kekara is there. So very happy to see all of you here. Okay, so yesterday we were discussing that. I think if those, sir, about LHS, what is the exact question, Deepa? Here you have written about LHS. You have doubt. Okay, so in the last question you have doubt LHS. Is it? Yes, sir. Okay. So what exactly is your so LHS part? See, you hear this. This is your LHS. So LHS is whenever the degrees are different but the same base. You know that property, right? So property is a power m into a power n. A power m into a power n is a power m plus 1, right? So if it is division, then it will be minus n. So that's what we did here. So numerator, all numerators we added the degrees, and all denominators you have 2 again we subtracted the degrees. Okay. So therefore you will get this answer as 2n. By simplifying, you will get 2 power 2n minus n like this. Okay. 2 power 2n minus n equal to 1. Equal to 1 means right hand side is 1. 1 means 2 power 0. So again, now you have to equate the degrees. So you'll get the answer. Okay. Any other question you have on this? So shall we move to the next concepts? Okay, shall we go to the next concepts, right? Okay, so we discussed some small concept yesterday. That's about what happens with when the two the numbers base having the powers. Okay, a power m plus and all those things we discussed. But what exactly is a surd? Okay, what exactly is a surd? So you have studied, right? What is surd? What do we call it as surd? So it's interactive. So you can just send in the chat whatever you have studied hearing the first time, really. So you have, so most of you are here CBSE students, right? And I think some state syllabus students are also there. So what exactly is a surd? Surd, like you have studied root 2 minus 1, root 2 plus 1. You have studied about rationalization, such things you have practiced it, right? Don't know surd. Okay, you may be hearing this word first time, but what exactly it is? Irrational root. Okay, irrational root. Irrational root. Okay, so some guess. Fine. Okay, irrational root. So surd, we call it as, okay, irrational root of an integer. Okay, is it only an integer? So the integer means it should be 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So can it be 2 by 3 power something? Can that also be surd. Can that also be surd? Yes, that also be surd. Yeah. Okay, see now I'll just write it here. Yeah. Okay. So sorry, this I had kept it last. Okay. So comparison of surds. Before I go to comparison of, I write it here itself. Okay. So what exactly is a surd? Surd is irrational, like if you have 2 power 1 by 2, right? Is it a surd? Yes, we have root 2, and it should not be a rational number. It's an irrational number. That definition, and in your 10th you used to do, right? Irrational number, to prove that anything is irrational, you used to write it in terms of let us assume that root 2 is irrational, then all that steps used to write. Okay, so 2 power 1 by 2 is irrational. Okay, what about 4 power 1 by 2? 4 power 1 by 2, is it irrational? No, it is irrational because you'll get value as 2. Okay, fine. So it is irrational root of a rational number. The definition is, it is an irrational root of a rational number. What is the meaning of includes root? Okay, not exactly root. Now it can be cube root, it can be anything. Yes, it includes root. See, 4 power 1 by 2 also includes root, but it is not irrational, it is rational. So it is not only including of root, it is irrational. We call it as irrational root. Irrational root means you cannot convert it to rational, but it is irrational root of a rational number. So rational number is there for which you have power 1 by 2 something, which will not be simplified into a rational number. 4 power 1 by 2 equal to 2. So we call this as irrational number, right? So now, what are the degrees? It can be any degree. Say you have 3 power 1 by 3. So it's also irrational. And then whenever irrational number comes, so it's like addition of any two irrational number is always an irrational number. Okay, so this is a very important thing. But when it comes to multiplication of two irrational numbers, need not be a irrational number. For example, root 2 is a irrational number, root 8 is a irrational number, but their multiplication is need not be irrational number. Okay, so that addition or subtraction will be surely irrational number. Is it so? Not necessary. So root 2 minus root 2. So root 2 is a rational number, root 2 is a rational number. So root 2 minus root 2 is 0 number, is a irrational number. Okay, but addition of two irrational number is surely a irrational number, and the multiplication of two irrational number need not be irrational number. Okay, so it is a surd. Whatever which we cannot simplify, that we call it as surd. Okay. Comparison of surds. So when we compare the two surds, what exactly we are discussing here is, okay, so comparison of two surds. Comparison of, how do you compare two surds? Two surds means, say they have here I have given example, root 5 is greater than root 3. So it's very easy to understand why, because it is 5 power 1 by 2 and it is 3 power 1 by 2. Okay, so although the base is different, but the radical, this we call it as radical. Okay, these radicals are equal. Because these radicals are equal, so you can easily compare the base. Whichever is the bigger, that will be the biggest. Okay, so in case of equiradical surds, okay, surds of the same order, then this is true when if A is greater than B. So it's like A greater than B, A greater than B. So then root of this greater than root of this. Okay, so for example, I have given example here, root 5 greater than root 3, or you have cube root of 21, cube root of 28. You can easily identify whichever is the bigger, then you'll be able to. Okay, this is the case when you have the radicals equal. In case the radicals are also not equal, then how do you compare them? Okay. So in case of comparison between two or more non, you have to first try to bring it to the same order by taking LCMs. Okay, what is the meaning of taking LCM? Now I have root of cube root of 3. I'll write it as 1 by 3. Okay, and then there is cube root fourth root of 5. Fourth root of 5 is 5 power okay, here I have 5 power 4. Okay, whenever I get the message that it is lagging, so is it audible now? Fine. Okay. Not very clear.
Sir, not clear, sir.
It's not clear, sir.
So that is because of environment and all this kind of problem will be there. But if we just wait for 1 or 2 minutes, then automatically it will be clear. So is it audible now, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Any problem now?
Yes.
Okay, for time being, I'll keep my video off so that you will not face any difficulty
Sir,
in audio. I'm not speaking anything, but just
Sir, very raggy.
yes, it's lagging. Okay, now it must be clear. Is it clear now? Okay, better, fine. Okay, I'll continue now. In case you find difficulty, you can send it. Fine. Okay. So 7 power 1 by 3 is one number and 5 power 1 by 4 is one number. So what I will do is I will try to take LCM of 3 and 4 and try to make the radical same. How? So 1, 3 and 4, what is the LCM? 12, right? So I'll write 7 power 1 by 3 as 7 power 4 by 12. Because 4 by 12 is 1 by 3. Fine. And I have 5 power 1 by 4 that I'll write it as 5 power 3 by 12.
Why, sir?
5 power 1 by 4 equal to 5 power 3 by 12, right? So now you compare this. So power 1 by 12 is there. So I'll write 7 power 4 power 1 by 12, and I have 5 power 3 power 1 by 12. Now once this degree becomes equal, or the radicals are equal, then you can compare which one is bigger. So surely 7 power 4 is bigger than 5 power 3. Correct? So that means 7 power 1 by 12 is surely greater than 5 cube power 1 by 12. So which is bigger in this? That is 7 cube is bigger than 4th root of 5. So any doubt in this? Understood this part? Shall I repeat this?
Once more, sir.
Once more repeat, sir.
Yeah, sure. Okay, but if phi had a bigger exponent, then you have to compare it. If the phi had a bigger exponent, then you will have to compare. Okay, we will do one or two question more, then it becomes clear. So what you need to do is just observe, okay, whatever is the degrees, the radicals are there. So compare them, take LCM, and you have to make the radicals equal. So what we did here is 3 and 4 LCM is 12. Therefore we wrote 1 by 3 as 4 by 12, because 4 by 12 is also equal to 1 by 3, and 1 by 4 we wrote as 3 by 12. Then you compare 7 power 4 by 12 and 5 power 3 by 12. Okay, can this be done with all sets? Yes, you can do it for all sets. Okay, we'll solve one more example next. Okay, this we did anyway. Next one, compare between square root of 3, cube root of 5, and 4th root of 12. So which is bigger? So question number 1. Okay. So I'll write question number 1 here. Okay, so cube root of square root of 3. I'll write 3 power 1 by 2. Then I have 5 power 1 by 3. Then I have 12 power 1 by 4, right? So 4th root of 5. So what I will do now, I will compare the radicals and I will try to take LCM there. So what is LCM of 2, 3 and 4? What is LCM for this? 2, 3 and 4. So 2, 3 and 4 LCM is 12, right? LCM equal to 12. Okay, so now I will try to make the same LCM here. That means denominator should be same. I'll write it as 3 power 6 by 12, 5 power, I'll write it as 4 by 12, okay, and I'll write 12 power 3 by 12. Okay, now I need to compare because the degrees are same here now. The radical I made same, that is 3 power 6 whole power 1 by 12. Then have 5 power 4 whole power 1 by 12. Okay, and I have 12 power 3 whole power 1 by 12. Clear? Now what is 3 power 6? What is 3 cube? 3 cube is 27, right? So 27 square you have to do. What is 27 square? So we'll tell 27 square. So 27 square. What is 27 square? So 3 power 6. What is the 3 power 6 value? 729. Okay. 729. Good. Thank you. So 729 whole power you have 1 by 12. Then you have 5 power 4. What is 5 power 4? So 5 square is 25. 25 square, right? That's 625. So 625 power 1 by 12. Okay. Then what is 12 cube? 12 cube. Who remembers 12 cube? What's the value for 12 cube? So 1728. Okay, good. So 1728. 1728 whole power you have 1 by 12. Clear? So now all the degrees, that is radicals, are same. When the radicals are same, you will just find out which is bigger base. Base is 1728, is bigger. So you have 1728, which is bigger than, you have 729, which is bigger than, 625. So what is 625 refers to 5 cube. So you have cube root of 5 comes here. Then 729 refers to 3, that is square root of 3 comes here. Then you have biggest one here is fourth root of 12. So this is the answer. Understood this, right? And any difficulties here? Can you do the second question now? The smallest in this you have to find out. Try. You have to find the smallest one. You have to do the same method. Okay, you have to do the same method. So I'll give 30 seconds, then I'll start doing. So before that, if somebody answers this, very nice. How to find square roots easily? Okay, there is a question how to find square root easily. Second one, okay. Four root 5. The second one, okay. So to compare it here, you have to do comparison here. Okay. So what do you get? LCM again you will get 12. So most of the question we are getting 12 only. Okay, fine. So you are having 4 power. So you have 4 power 1 by 3. 1 by 3 becomes 4 by 12. Then you have 5 power 1 by 4 is 3 by 12. And 6 power you have 3 by 12. And you have 4 power 8 power 4 by 12. So you can clearly see here this, that 1 by 12 you can take common, so you will get 8 power 4 is one term, 6 cube is one term, and 5 cube is one term, and 4 power 4 is one term, right? So 4 power 4 is what? Okay, 5 cube is 125. Okay, and this 4 power 4 is 64 into 4, which is more than 125. So answer is what? 4th root of 5. Clear? This second one is answer. Okay. So last question. So third one, comparison of the surds. Cube root of 9, 4th root of 11, 6th root of 17. So which is bigger in this? Yes, it is 4th root of 6. 4th root of 6 is what? 6 cube. 6 cube is 216, right? Which is bigger than 125. I'm not writing on the screen right now. So I'm just, so those who are writing, I'm waiting for them. Okay. So question number 3, what is the answer? You have cube root of 9, 4th root of 11, 6th root of 17. Answer is A. Okay. So question number 3, answer is A. How many of you got answer A? Again, you have to compare it. So degrees in LCM you will get 12, right? So you will get 9 power 4 by 12, 11 power 3 by 12, 17 power 2 by 12. So 9 power 4 is bigger. So X is bigger. Okay, z is smallest, is it? 11 cube and 17 square, yes. So so z is the smallest in this, x is the biggest. So what is the answer? Answer is A. So answer is A. Okay, I'm just marking now. Answer is A. Okay. So this is about comparison of surds. What we discussed till now is comparison of surds. So next we will go to this question, which is very famous question. Okay, which is very famous question, and these two types of question is again part of surds only, but again quadratic equation also comes to picture in this. How many of you have seen this question before? Yeah. So previous question answer is A. Okay, so last question answer is A. So previous question answer is A. Okay, we go to next concept. So next concept is this question. Okay, square root of 6 plus square root of 6 plus square root of 6. How many of you have seen this question before? So I still remember I was the part of Prerana program in Sirsi, and many of the students from Sirsi, those who have attended, you have solved this question, and also those who are from Kaiga, you have solved this question before. So hope you should remember it. Okay. So for others, this question, what? No question on screen. Are you able to see square root of 6 plus square root of 6 plus square root of 6? Yes. Okay. Fine. Are you able to see what I'm writing here? No? So there is a question here, right? Square root of 6 plus square root of 6. This is a question. Equal to infinity is there.
Sir, what are the
Now you are able to see. Fine. Okay. Yes. How many of you have seen this question before?
No, sir.
Okay, it appeared. Fine. How many of you have seen solved this type of question before? I couldn't solve. Okay. So we'll discuss that surely. My question to you is, have you seen this type of question before, or you're the first time seeing this question? No. Okay. Now we'll discuss this. The first thing here, you have square root. Till where this square root is there? Till infinity they have written, right? So infinity means how many terms are there? So many terms. Okay, there is so many wonderful expressions here seeing the question. So do not worry, this question looks very complex, but it's very simple. You have square root of 6 plus square root of 6 plus square root of 6 plus, it is going up to infinity. So how many terms are there? Infinite terms are there, right? So now I'll consider this whole thing is equal to x. This whole thing is equal to x. Okay. If I consider this whole thing equal to x, just try to see the picture. Consider this as a picture. It means it is a image, and you can clearly see this whole image, which is outermost image, right? And if you consider only inner part after plus, you take this much image. Isn't it the same thing? Because first was going up to infinity, and this is also going up to infinity. right? So this is also going up to infinity. So this part is the same thing, right? So if I consider this whole thing is equal to x, can I consider inside this part going again up to infinity is also as x? That means if x equal to square root of this, you have 6 plus, and again this is going to infinity part only. So this whole thing I will consider that, I will consider this whole thing as x only. I will consider this whole thing as x only. Okay, so now I got x equal to square root of 6 plus x. If I square both the sides, I will get x square equal to 6 plus x. Now I got a quadratic equation and I need to solve this. So if you take everything to left hand side, I have 6 square, x square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. And if I take factorization, if I do factorization, I will get x minus 2 into x minus 3, right? Is it so? X minus 3, I think x plus 2 into x minus 3. Is it? X plus 2 into x minus 3 is equal to 0, right? So 3 into 2, minus 3 into 2 is minus 6, and you have minus 3x plus 2x is minus x. Okay, so that means you get two values here. So x equals x plus 2 equal to 0 is one value, and x minus 3 equal to 0 one value. That means x equal to minus 2 is one value, and another x equal to 3 is one value. Clear? So x equal to 3 is the answer. X equal to minus 2 is also you are getting. So which one is the correct answer? Anybody tell me which one is the correct answer here? So I am getting two values now. So which is the correct one? Is both are correct or only one is correct? So what is the answer? 3 is correct. Okay, Rohit is telling 3 is correct. Why not minus 2? Why not minus 2? Okay, it should be positive. Okay, Spurti is also telling 3 is correct. Okay. So what is the problem with minus 2? It is because it is negative you are rejecting. Okay, because it is negative you are rejecting. Why can't it be negative? What is the reason it cannot be negative? Why can't it be negative? Yes, yes. Come on, please tell me why it cannot be negative. Root shouldn't be negative. Exactly. So what I was looking for is I have x equal to square root of something. This cannot be negative. It has to be positive only. So therefore x equal to plus 3. Okay, therefore x equal to plus 3. Then I will ask you another question because we're discussing this. So this will test your conceptual understanding. You have x square equal to say 4. Then what are the values of x? So when you take square root, you will write like this is plus or minus root 4. So here you will get x equal to plus root 4, and again you will get x equal to minus root 4. Correct. So you are telling x cannot be negative. Here I am getting x negative, right? So x equal to minus 2 I am getting. X equal to minus 2. Here x equal to plus 2, and here again x equal to minus 2. So what is the problem here? So will you compare this? What I am asking you question? X square equal to 4, we write x equal to plus or minus. So negative shouldn't be inside the root. Okay, negative is not inside the root. Yeah. Negative is not inside the root. And here also negative is not inside the root. We are getting x equal to plus 3, another is x equal to minus 2, right? So negative is not inside root, negative is outside only here. Sir, both are codes T. I didn't understand, Deepa. So here you have written both are codes. Is it both are correct? You are telling? Second answer 6. Okay, so You haven't added, fine. So because we are adding root 6.
ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರ
So if you consider,
ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರೀತಿನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಹೌದು, ನೀವು ಹಂಗ ಅವ್ರ ಹಂಗಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ನಾವು ಹಂಗದೇವಿ, ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರ ಹಂಗಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ.
we are adding root 6. See, if the value of x is negative, suppose if the value of x is negative 2, what's the problem if I put minus 2 here? I have root of 6 minus 2, I'll get now.
ಶ್ರೀಮಂತ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ತಾನು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಸಾಕಿದ ನಾಯಿ ಕಳೆದೋಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಜಾಹೀರಾತನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಹುಡುಕಕ್ಕೆ ತಮ್ಮ
both the values of x is correct.
ಓದಿದವರು ಆ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತನ
Ask others to mute. Anybody's voice is on, I think. Yes. So this is this. So please keep yourself mute so that it will not be disturbing to others. Clear? I'll just erase this part here. Okay. Now the question is,
Sir, can't hear you, sir.
the question is, see, I'll just tell you how exactly it comes. Okay. So when I'm taking x equal to minus 2, first I will take this part, x square equal to 4. When you are taking square root both the sides, that is the time you have to put plus or minus. Why? If you have x square equal to 4 and you take square root both the sides, square root of x square equal to square root of 4, right? Now what is square root of x square? That is x. Square root of 4 is 2. So when you are taking square root both the sides, that is the time you have to put plus or minus. Why? Because if you consider x equal to plus 2 and x equal to minus 2 and you substitute back in the equation x square equal to 4, you substitute back in the equation 2 square equal to 4 is correct and minus 2 square equal to 4 is also correct. So this will be correct. Both the values will satisfy, and this x can be negative here because when you are taking square it will become positive. So here you are taking square, right? So therefore it will become positive. But when it comes to the value, you have x equal to root 2. If somebody gives you root 2, by default root 2 is a positive number. Root 2 is a positive number. In case root 2 you multiply minus, somebody writes like this, so it is a negative number. So in the real number line also, you have 0 here, you have root 2, 1 here, 2 here. So like this you will get, right? In between you will get root 2 here. So same minus root 2 also you will get here. Okay. So that when you write x equal to root 2, by default it will have positive sign only. And when you write x equal to minus root 2, it has a negative sign. But when you are having this question here, you have x equal to square root of something, by default that root has positive sign. Just like you have x equal to root 2, by default it is a positive sign. It's a positive value. If you write a negative outside, then it becomes a negative. That's all. So therefore here, because there is a positive, by default there is a positive for this x equal to, this has to be a positive number only. Output should be a positive number. Okay. So this is just to check your conceptual understanding. So next question we will go. Anybody has any doubt in the last one? Anybody has a doubt in the last question? No. Shall we go ahead to next one, that is root of 6 into root of 6 into root of 6? You have to do same step here. What is the answer? Answer for this question, first part of the question, answer is equal to plus 3. Okay. Minus 2 will also come, but it is rejected. So answer is plus 3. So for answer for the first question is plus 3. Fine. I can actually generalize. Here. I will erase this part. Is it okay? I can actually generalize. What is the answer for the next one? We'll discuss for the next one. So before that, if you have x equal to square root of, you have n plus square root of n plus square root of n. So like this numbers are there. Okay. And if this number n can be written as product of two numbers, product of consecutive numbers. So I'm just telling a shortcut for this, okay? Product of consecutive numbers. Then say this number n is equal to p into q. Okay. So p and q are consecutive numbers. P is smaller, q is bigger. So p is smaller, q is bigger. So q is bigger than p. Okay. So it is consecutive of two numbers. Say for example here 6. 6 can be written as 3 into 2. Okay. In case you have the question as square root of 6 plus 6 plus 6 like this, 3 into 2 is there, right? So biggest number will be the answer. That's all. In case you have the question where square root of 6 minus 6 minus 6 minus like this you have. Okay. So then 6 can be written as 3 into 2. So smallest number will be the answer. So for this answer is x equal to plus 3. For this answer x equal to plus 2. Okay, this is shortcut for this. What should be the condition now? Condition is n should be, you should be able to write n as product of two consecutive numbers. Okay. For example, if the question is x equal to square root of 90 plus square root of 90 plus square root of 90 like this, it will go up to infinity. So 90 can be written as 9 into 10. X should be natural number by default. X should be natural number. But if you are able to write it as consecutive numbers, then you will get proper value. Okay, you will get natural number as the answer. If it is some other number 7, 8, you will get some irrational number as the answer. But if this number can be written, if this number can be written in terms of product of two natural numbers, then whichever is that biggest number, that will be the answer. That means x equal to square root of 90 plus square root of 90 plus square root of 90, this answer will be equal to 10. Why? Because 90 can be written as 9 into 10. So 90 can be written as 9 into 10, so therefore you get answer as 10. So biggest number you have to see. In the case of, otherwise if it is in the place of plus, if it is like minus everywhere, then answer will be 9. Okay. So we'll discuss the next part. So next part is square root of 6 into square root of 6 into square root of 6, right? So what will be the answer for this? You have square root of 6 into square root of 6 into square root of 6. This is also going up to infinity. And if I consider this as x, so which one, Shashank? It can be 30 also. It is not necessary that it has to be prime factors. Okay, Samuels. It not necessary. It should be multiple of two numbers. So if it is 6, it is 2 into 3. 3 into 4 is 12. In the place of 6, there is 12. Then 12 can be written as 3 into 4. It should be multiple of two consecutive numbers. Okay. Then 4 into 5, 20. If it is 20, so that 20 is 5 into 4. So then you will get bigger number in that is 5. So answer will be 5. Okay. So you have a square root of 6. Now this, if you take the picture, whole thing is x. Whole thing is x, right? So what I will do is I will write this root of 6 into, again I'll write x here. Okay. So now I will square both the sides. That is x square equal to 6x. And I will cancel x like this. Okay. Actually, you should not cancel x like this. What you should do, when you come to 11th, it will be very clear, because when you are cancelling, right? Cancelling in your 10th, you have this habit of cancelling. So this cancelling will cancel half of the answers. So it will cancel half answer. Okay. So in future, when we discuss such things, I will tell you clearly. So if you cancel this like this, if you just cancel out, then that will cancel half of the answers. You should not cancel. So you should take it left side and you should do factorization. If you take x common, you will get x minus 6 equal to 0. That is x equal to 0 is one answer and x equal to 6 is one answer. But x equal to 0 is surely not possible, right? Why x equal to 0 not possible? Because surely inside something is there. So you have x equal to root of 6 into root of 6 into, you will surely get a number. So x cannot be 0. So therefore x equal to 6. Okay, whatever is that number, it will get the same thing. The second part is very, very simple, right? Second part is very simple. So now first part, anybody has any doubt? Okay, there is root of 6 plus root of 6 plus root of 6. So shall we move ahead now? Okay. I hope you learned something new, right? Now next one is finding square root of irrational number. Okay, square root of surds. So then how to do? Okay, so this is very, very interesting part again. You have square root of irrational number. So before I get into this question, I will first tell you what exactly it happens. So you have root 2 plus root 3. Okay, if I do whole square, what do you get? So I'm going to get this as root 2 square plus root 3 square plus root 2 square plus root 3 square plus you can write it as 2 times root 2 into root
6.
And that root 2 square plus root 3 square. So what do you get? Root 2 square plus root 3 square. Root 2 square plus root 3 square is equal to 4 plus 3, right? Plus 2 root 6. Fine. It's 2 root 6.
Sir, how
So
4?
I'll get this equal to 7 plus 2 root 6. Okay, 7 plus 2 root 6 equal to root 2 plus root 3 the whole square. Not 4, sorry. Thank you. It's 2 only, right? So it's 2 only and 3 only. It is 2 here. So that is 2 plus 3 and here 5 you will get, right? So it is 5 plus 2 root 6. 2 plus 3 plus 2 root 6, that is 5 plus 2 root 6, and 5 plus 2 root 6 equal to 2 plus root 3 the whole square. Okay, here's 2 plus root 3 the whole square. So I can write 5 plus 2 root 6. 5 plus 2 root 6. This square root is equal to, so 5 plus 2 root 6 is nothing but root 3 plus root 2 the whole square. So this square root. Right? So this square root. And square root and square root goes away. So you'll get root 2 plus root 3. So that means root of 5 plus 2 root 6 is equal to root 2 plus root 3. So you are taking a square root of an irrational number and you will get an irrational number by default. So by default you will get irrational. There is no doubt about it. You understanding this? So this is like when somebody asks you what is square root of 5 plus 2 root 6, what you should do? Okay, what you should do? You can clearly see that this part will be root, that 5 is there, right? So that 5 is nothing but, so say this value is equal to root a plus root b. I'll write it like this. Okay, and if I square both the sides, what will happen? I will get 5 plus 2 root 6. See, one thing is you can take square root to a number which is a perfect square. You can take square root of a number which is a perfect square, then only you will get a proper number. If it is not a perfect square, then you will not get a proper number. So if 5 plus 2 root 6 is a proper number, like if it is a perfect square, then only I can write in terms of root a plus root b. Surely it is square of 2 irrational number. It should be a perfect square of 2 irrational, summation of 2 irrational number. That means it is a irrational number. Root a plus root b is a irrational number, and if you square it, you should get 5 plus 2 root 6. Then only you can take square root of 5 plus 2 root 6. You will get a number. Okay. So 5 plus 2 root 6. Therefore, I equated it to be root a plus root b. So say this is the answer. So then I will square both the sides. What will happen now? root a square plus root b square plus 2 times root ab, right? That means I need to find out there is a number ab. Okay, if I multiply, I'll get 6. Okay, also if I add it, I should get 5. Why? I'll compare it. So this is irrational part. So 2 root ab is irrational part, 2 root 6 is irrational part. So what is irrational parts? That is one side 6 is there, one side ab is there. So equate them. So ab will get equal to 6. Okay, and what is rational part? Rational part is a plus b, there is 5. So a plus b equal to 5. So then what are those numbers? So what are those numbers? There is 2 and 3, exactly. So if a equal to 2, b equal to 3. So it is nothing but root 2 plus root 3. I'll write a equal to 2 and b equal to 3. So therefore I'll get square root of this number is root a plus root b. Okay, somebody asks you what is the square root of 7 plus 2 root 12. Can you tell me? Just by seeing that you can understand. So what is the shortcut? Shortcut is addition of whatever is there. Okay, I'll repeat what to do. So what we did, root of 5 plus 2 root 6 was there, right? Root of 5 plus 2 root 6. Okay, here I equated it to be root a plus root b. Why root a plus root b? Why we did like this? Understand, root of, so say it is 24. 24 is not a, I'm just giving an example. Root of 24 is not a rational number, or it is not a perfect square. 24 is not a perfect square. So you will get it as 24 only. Okay, maximum you can simplify this. But if there is root of say 64, that is equal to 8. You can clearly get that number out because it is a perfect square. Similarly, if this square root of 5 plus root 2 here, if it is a perfect square, then only, so you will get equal to some addition of 2 irrational numbers. So I consider addition of 2 irrational numbers is root a and root b. Root a plus root b equal to this. Okay, so now I square both the sides. I will get 5 plus 2 root 6. Okay, equal to root a plus root 2, root with the whole square. That is root a square is a, root b square is b, plus 2 times root a into root b. Okay, now when I'm equating this, how should I equate? I need to compare now. I need to compare what? I need to compare the terms. Okay, rational number part, irrational number part. What is irrational number part? 2 root 6 and 2 root ab is irrational number part. 5 and a plus b is a rational number part. So a plus b should be equal to 5. Okay, and that means addition of 2 numbers you should get 5. Multiplication of 2 numbers you should get 6. Okay. Here you can see clearly see 7 plus 2 root 6. Next question, in which addition of 2 numbers you should get 7 and multiplication of 2 numbers you should get 12. Addition of 2 numbers you should get 7, multiplication of 2 numbers you should get 12. So what will be that value now? 3 and 4, right? It is root 3 plus root 4. Simply this will be root 3 plus root 4 the whole square, and there is square root also. It will get cancelled and you will get answer as root 3 plus root 4. Clear? So this is how you have to solve. Okay, already time is 11:30. Okay, yeah, already time is 11. So I'll just give you a hint what to do for this question. So you can try this. Okay, you can try this and come. We will discuss tomorrow. You have root of 12 root 5 plus 2 root 55 is there, right? So root 55 can be written as root 11 into root 5. So root 11 into root 5. So anything which is there common, I will take out. Okay, what is there common? I have 12 into root 5 is there, plus I'll write root 5 into root 11. I'll write that. Okay. So then what will happen here? That root 5 I will take common now. If I take the root 5 common, that is square root of, I'll take root 5 common. I have 12 plus 2 root 11. Okay, 12 plus 2 root 11. And anything multiplication you can write separately, right? So it is root 5 whole root 5 into root of 12 plus 2 root 11. I will write like this. Okay, so now this is 5 power 1 by 4. I will write like this, 5 power 1 by 4, 4 root of 5. And what is 12 plus 2 root 11? That we need to analyze now. 12 plus 2 root 11. So what will happen? 12 plus 2 root 11. So 12 plus 2 root 11. Now we compare. So there should be two numbers. If I add, I should get 12. That is rational part. If I multiply, I should get 11. What are that number? 11 and 1. 11 and 1, right? So it will be root 11 plus root 1 the whole square. So root 11 plus root 1 whole square is root 11 square plus root 1 square plus 2 root 11 into root 1. That is anyway 2 root 11. So this is root 11 square is 11 plus root 12 square is 1, root 1 square is 1. So 12, 11 plus 1 is 12. So you will get 12 plus 2 root 11. So that means this number is root 11 plus root 1 the whole square. So square root of root 11 plus root 1 the whole square. So they will get cancelled. So what do you get is 5 power 1 by 4 into, I have root 11 square is root of 11 root of this root and square goes away. So you'll get root 11 plus root 1. Root 1 is 1. So answer is 5 power 1 by 4 into root 11 plus 1. Shall I repeat this? Or should we end it here? We will continue tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow.
Fourth root of 2 is a homework for you, okay? Is a homework for you.
Okay.
Try the answer today.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, sir.
Fine. So we will discuss tomorrow. And
Yes, sir.
tomorrow there are some more small things are there. I'll just tell you how next flow.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay. 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 Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So next we will be discussing some simplifications are there. Okay. And which one is bigger, root 21 minus root 20? Which one is bigger? Such questions we will do. And that will end our certs. So next time planning to take trigonometry, because many of you will be having difficulty in trigonometry, and also it will be very much necessary when you come to 11th. Okay, so we will discuss trigonometry after this. So tomorrow we will continue. I will be sending a PDF in the group. Okay, broadcast message. So please save the number through which you got the message for all this. So please save that, and we will be sending you a PDF today. Okay, so thank you very much.